this is Stephanie, and I'm here with Robert Nguyen, who did the nails for our November cover. Welcome.
Thank you.
For this month's cover, we want to do a twist on the French nail. Instead of doing the standard smile line, we wanted to do something a little bit more interesting with the tip. So we presented this idea to Robert, and he came up with some great ideas.
You sent me sketches of basic ideas of what you were looking for, and I just went ahead and added a little bit artistic flair to it, starting with the vines and the leaves and that kind of thing, and trying to figure out how I would turn it into a French twist.
How did you start her nails?
Well, I started by prepping her fingernails for the shoot, and since she's a model, she didn't want to keep them on the full time, so I just lightly prepped it. And then I started by putting on the form and sculpted it out using a 2-bead method.
Tell me more about the 2-bead method.
Since we chose to go with a longer length, I chose to do a 2-bead method. Normally I would just go with a 1-bead method. With the 2-bead method, I built out the free edge first, and then I covered up the whole nail with the 2nd bead.
Before you filed, I noticed that you pinched the sidewalls. Is that to create a good C-curve?
I pinched the nails to make them look sleek and slender, just to make it look more natural in the photograph. When I started filing, I started off with our E-file and using a carbide bit to just remove a lot of the bulk. And then I went in there with our 150 file and just started with the sidewalls and the free edge, shaped that out. And then I did my surface filing, and if you notice in the video, during the surface filing, I used my ring finger to support the nail underneath. And that way, when you file on the surface, the client shouldn't feel any pressure as you're filing.
What was your technique to create the design for these nails?
Well, when you're doing any kind of freehand work, you want to have a real steady hand. And I ended up using my pinky and my ring finger to kind of support against her finger. I put down the base color first, and then as that was drying, I went ahead and started mixing my black, and I thinned it down with nail polish thinner. Then I went in there with a fine point brush and added black in there, starting with the free edge on all 10 nails, so I kind of have an idea where to start off. And then I went in and added the details.
I was really impressed with the sketches you brought in. You're obviously quite talented. How did you get into nail art, and what inspired you to do things like this?
Well, my brother Vu got me into doing nails, and I signed up for school. While I was in school, we were doing competitions together, and we happened to win a couple of awards and stuff like that for nail art. And that's kind of how I got into it. My brother was pretty much training me through the way.
Do you have any tips for nail artists who are just starting out and trying to create a design like this?
Well, my advice to any nail artist would be this. Just start off with a sketch, and then you can kind of get the basic idea where to go from there, and practice on your clients.
Thanks again for coming out and doing the nails for us. They turned out so great. I'm so happy with them. The nails are amazing.